Anyway, I was taking this at Stephen's House. It was a very pleasant few days of drinking and gambling and everything. I was particularly embarrassed because on my third night, there's a meeting at University that I haven't gambled much in recent years. On the third night, I was delivering my lecture on how gambling is strictly for idiots. And how, particularly with roulette, because my wife had suspected that I was going to be playing roulette, which is why I used to play university a lot. With roulette, the last thing you would ever do is play it in Vegas, because you have 2 zeros there rather than 1. So the house take is twice as large. It was slightly embarrassing the next day to find myself the big winner of the group for the week. And the reason was that I genuinely hadn't intended to gamble, but I happened to be coming back from the pool with $20 in my pocket, and I was passing a roulette table, and I thought, well, for old time's sake, what the hell? A few hours later, I was up $2,500, there's the wish I had. And then all this were on the tables for the rest of the holiday. And so, I was going to take it. And he says, too late to think everybody's money at poker. It's something which, nowadays I invite them to poker games and I teach them half a dozen new games, take all of their money and never give them advice back. So, the two when I used to go to casinos once or twice a month, I probably wasn't supposed to wish I was like, I've never seen this man. And at graduation, we went to casinos every night, and I won a lot of money, for student times. And Tim and I went on a holiday in Spain afterwards, on Chappell. And we had a 3-week stay, and on the last 2 weeks, I was being one of the few people who said they haven't actually really gained a pound since they were 14. Tim, of course, can't say the same. But for the last 2 weeks, I was eating a meal every other day so that we have enough money for drinking. And Tim had cracked the motorbike in the second week. So in the third week, we're about to go to the beach, and we're sharing a wine actually. For some reason they wouldn't let. For some reason they wouldn't allow Tim to rent another one. So we were sharing wine, and I sat down and I said, I'm going to drive because you'll only crash it. And so, as we were later limping back from the hospital to the hotel, I reminded him of this. And it was one of those things which happened in slow motion. I remember watching it. Tim, in fairness, I probably could have done a better job. We were driving on the road. This woman didn't see us, cut across us, and we went into a gravel driveway, which is absolutely death on motorbikes. And in the middle of this gravel driveway, was a big stop. We swerved to avoid it. We went. Sorry, the bike went one way and we went the other. We weren't wearing regulation safety gear. We were both wearing shorts, sunglasses, flip-flops, and I was wearing a t-shirt. We lost an awful lot of skin, although Tim told me that I was the lucky one, because I was by a very serious blow to the head, which meant that I only lost skin on one side of my body. So unlike Tim, I had a side I could sleep on. On the plus side, we drank alcohol for the rest of the holiday from the other sympathetic members of the hotel. When we got home, we had to explain to my mother, my rather scary mother, who we had promised that I wouldn't be on a motorbike for the entire holiday, as I had a very bad history of motorbikes. Why exactly we had broken our promise? But on the plus side, I could blame Tim completely, because he had been driving. As we were leaving Springfires 2 weeks ago, I was wondering rather wistfully. Did I mention Springfires again? When we were leaving Springfires 2 weeks ago, I was wondering rather wistfully when I've ever been in a strip club again. To be honest, I've only ever really gone to be honest, I've only ever really gone to strip clubs for second nights. And I couldn't think of a single male friend of mine who's ever liked to get married again. So the distinct possibilities, I thought, this is the last time ever. And this is the end of an era, as Tim and I have organised some immensely memorable stag nights over the last 15 years. Something of a moment. So, Tim will no longer need to frequent such places. Now that Mary is taking him in hand and making an honest man of him. And I understand. I have a very good authority that Mary is a very stern authority figure at work. So I'm sure Tim will be kept in extremely good order from now on. So besides, he's a family man now, with a wife and 2 young dogs to take care of. And talk of more dogs on the way. Tim and I have been friends for a very long, and have got into innumerable scrapes. And we're all his friends are very happy. Taking in hand, the extremely patient Mary. I'm sure we'll take very good care of them from now on. This is a very auspicious day for a wedding. 777, according to the economist, is the most auspicious